Hola amigos. So in the last one, actually imported data into database and read it from database. So in this one, let's write integration tests for it, and we'll be done with this part. And after that, we can do some performance testing actually and see what is maybe better way to quickly insert a lot of data. Let's get into it. Okay, so we have our employee calculator test project, and we have the test. Integration test, and what does it do? There are some bytes. We manager read from bytes. Okay, so this is the part. So I want to create a new test. Call it. We'll call it read from DB test. Okay. And on the contrary, this is read from file test. Right, and this assertion part and action part are two parts are action is not, but this whole part will be the same for all tests. So I use a shortcut Control Plus. It's a refactoring shortcut. It allows me to extract a new method. So it is a great help during refactoring. Use it a lot, and I recommend for you. So we can call it start employee result. Employee result. So acting in the database would be different. I would like read from database. Here I would have to pass something. Asserting will be exactly the same, as I expect the same values. Preparation is different. So I would like to have a database context, but that is in memory. And I would like to first fill it with data during tests, and then use a test to read it and to produce the results and the usual flow. So for entity framework, we have a special package for it. It's called InMemory Database. Let's add it. Manage NuGet packages and InMemory Database. Entity framework core InMemory Database. Excellent. So install it in the test project, as you can see. Accept. Okay. How to create it? Sex. InMemory database C#. Nice, that's not what I wanted. This is what I want. Picture. No. Oh, this looks good. Let's take this. Database. All right, employee. We need to give it's a good practice to give a name that is unique. Uniqueness basically is determined by adding this additional UTC now. All right, so we need something that will build us employee context. Employee context. Database name here. Options, and then we can actually have it here. And then we create a context with this options. Context, the context, but we pass options. Good. And it doesn't have constructors, it takes one method. What is that? Okay, let's check it out. Okay, just generate it, right? Generate it. Base options. Good. And if we want to also have a default constructor for other use cases, okay, no options passed, it's also okay. Good. And then this can go as a separate method, and we can call it get in memory context. Good. We have in memory context. Now, not read from database. Okay, this looks good. Or if we run it, tests, let's try to run it, but expect it to fail because there is nothing in the context yet. Need to pre-populate it with values. So first we take context. Fails. No, it is fails. Yeah. Oh. Services for database providers in memory have been registered. I guess it's a problem with the way on configuring this use SQL Server. So the problem with my code is that the test creates some options, passes this to constructor, but here still has different options. So both in memory and SQL Server trying to be registered, and it can't. Okay, so then we need to do slightly different. So for real use case, so let's always pass options. Yeah. Here I can later on we will rework it with dependency injection help, but for now let's do it like this. So it had real usage from a program. Yeah, we cannot create it like this anymore, but we can create options here, same way as we did for test. Options will be this. In memory we will not use, but we will use SQL Server. Database name server, and here connection string. So connection string can be moved from here to here. Options. Then these options will be passed to employee context. This looks good. This one is not needed anymore. All right. 6 will succeed. Let's run tests again. Now I expect it to fail that was just data was not found. Yeah, index was not out of range. Great. Excellent. And then the last step would be to fill this with data. So you can add a menu method. Add employees to context. I could just add it from generate them here, but I want to use my data that is already ready. So what can we do? We can read it. Read as bytes. What else do we have? Read as embed file as string. Yeah, read as bytes. Read it. And then parse it to list of objects, which is this one. employees, and now I will add it. Please add range. I'll add it. Save it. Oh, good. So, to reiterate, reading from database, creating the in-memory context, adding employees. To add employees, I read them from CSV file. It might look like a lot of things, but it will make sense, right? Because we want to test the database. The database part is important. So we add this, read it, please, add it to database. So at this stage, preparation is done. Arranging is done. So now it's time to act. And after acting, we will do some steps. Okay, let's run it. Let's run both of them actually. Okay, what happened? Oh, so header with name yearly sum was not found. Oh, I see. Okay. This I need to pass a proper map. New employee map. Okay, let's try again. Can we make static? Let's run again. Nice. So all of this works. Let's make also sure that the solution works when we just run it. Nice. And it's still here. Yeah. All good. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this one. So yeah, we were able to test it fully in memory with integration tests. And in the next one, we'll try to operate with much bigger file. Manager said there will be 1 million records, so need to prepare for that. A much bigger file, do some performance testing, actually measure some time, and see how we can improve performance if the need be. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.